Good morning class. We were discussing the fourth lesson, the polar regions. So today it might be going to be end of this lesson. So in the previous classes we have been discussed about where exactly this polar region exists, how the climatic conditions, what type of vegetation has been existing, what type of cloth, what type of means everything in detail about the people who have been living in the polar region. We also saw about this polar regions, the population, what type of language, how they will be living, all in the detail we have been discussed. So in today's class, till yesterday we have been discussed up to the clothing and craft. Now we will be going to deal with the leftover three subtopics. So one is the religious beliefs, other is recreation, and one more is contact with the outside world. So religious belief in the mind mapping, where I have been given the religious beliefs means they believe in the existing of the life after the death. So the religious aspects who have been performing, they are known as shamas, and to which goddesses they will be worshipping. Sila is one second out. Sidna was the goddesses of the worship of the life, health, and the food. Sidna the goddesses to whom they will be worshipping, and at the same time, shamas are the people who are being the performing of the religious aspects. So we will go in detail about this one now. Religious beliefs. So what is exactly the religious beliefs of the people of this one is? To which religion they will be worshipping? Religious beliefs. So religious beliefs in this one, Eskimos religion shows deep concern for health, life, sickness, starvation and death. The Eskimo believe that spirits control these things. All Eskimos group believe in supernatural power called Sila and spirits, such as Sidna, the goddesses of life, health and food. They believe that the people and animals have souls that live after death. Each group has certain beliefs and rituals of its own. Each person, family or group has taboos or bans forbidding certain actions such as eating a particular kind of food. Each group has some major ceremonies performed at the birth and death, or when hunting is very good or very successful. Shamas, the people who have been skilled in performing rituals, are believed to help establish and take the contact with the spirit world. Shamas use trances, drama, magic tricks in their performance. So basically, this religious, unlike how we have the religious belief in the same religion, as I've been said, the subcaste which has been existing. So this subcaste, they'll be having their own way of worshipping. Like one family will be having one religious god to whom there will be god or goddesses they will be worshipping. So here also in this Eskimos group also there are some groups of people in a group living. Some group they will be worshipping to some of the god, some rituals. So every these groups they will be having different way of worshipping. What type of worshipping they will be doing? Some when a birth is being took place, when the person has been expired, when the person has been died, or sometimes the person is been getting very ill, affected by any kind of disease, or sometimes what they'll be doing, if they hunted very good in good quantity, they'll worship, they'll thank the god or goddesses to whom they have been worshipping. So like we said, for every aspect they'll be worshipping. And at the same time, who perform this service, as we are in our religion, there will be scholars, religious scholars, the persons who will be very well versed in the religious aspect, they are the persons who will be performing. But when it's coming to this religion, means in Eskimos of these people, shamas, these people are very skilled and they will be performing like different kinds of rituals, how to do it, or all this one. And in what way they will be doing this? By performing magic tricks and by performing any kind of drama. Like how, according to the problem, according to the situations, the shamas will be doing all the rituals. Now next is recreation. Recreation means in the leisure time what they will be going to do in recreation. Means in leisure time what they are been doing. So most important, wrestling, racing, hammer throwing contest, and other vigorous athletics such as means these activities have been very popular. Games of skills are sometimes essential part of religious rituals such as storytelling, singing, drumming and dancing. Parties and social visits are often occasions for huge fat. So what they'll be doing, what kind of recreation means wrestling and racing the competition on the boards, or at the same time throwing the apples, means on the animals. So these kind of normal activities they'll be doing in the leisure time. But at the same time, with the racial aspects, when we come to compare, they'll be doing the singing, dancing, drumming, all these also they'll be going to do it. And sometimes they'll also do the celebrations, means not that high type of celebrations, only simply when they, at what time they'll be doing, at the time of the birth of the child, or at the same time when they have been got very good food like meat, or when they have been doing, when they had done good hunting, when they got good amount of the food. So at that time they'll do a celebration, like a small feast time, all get together, like a celebration time, with all the different groups will come together. So in this way they'll be having their recreation time, and at the same time they'll be gathering all the people. Now next is contacts with the outside world. So now this last subtopic is about the contacts with outside world. So with the outside world, from the earlier time it was not that much of awareness, because these people they never mingle with any other person. So I'll just go with the complete detail about this contacts with the outside world, the subtopic under. So later on we'll have a look on the point wise. It will be easy for you to get understand. So the first Eskimos used to be seen by Eskimos were from Iceland, who have been established a settlement in Greenland. Contact between Eskimos and Icelander began about the year 1200 and continued till 1400. So the very first between the Iceland and Greenland, these Eskimos people, they started having contact between 1200 to 1400 period of time. The very first one, that has been the change which has been happened. Next one, other Europeans began to explore deeper into the Eskimos area after 1576 to 1578, when the English mariner Martin Frobisher visited Fable Island. Danish, Norwegian and English explorers sailed into the seas of far north to find the Fable Northwest Passage to China. By 1728, the Russians had arrived in Serbia and northern Alaska. Contact with Europeans began in earnest as explorers tried to find northwest passage from the Pacific Ocean as well as from the Atlantic Ocean. But some Eskimos groups in the northern Arctic island did not have much contact with outside until the late of 19th century. So as the explorers, especially the European people, they wanted to find out more and more about the surrounding places. So from the year 1576 to 1578, the very first was the English means English persons. So these British mariners will be moving on the waterways, transport, sea explorer. He had found it on the island, that is Baffin Island, and then next Danish, Norwegian, other explorers, they started finding on the sea route where they can go to the passage to the surrounding places from the Greenland, using the Pacific Ocean and using the Atlantic Ocean. So with these two oceans, they have been started finding on the sea routes, means the way to connect to the other places. Next, until means from the Pacific Ocean to the north, they were finding out the sea routes, but North Arctic means north, the other side from the America continent, all this, it has been took time till 19th century. It was being not that much of awareness to the north side of the Arctic island. So after 19th century, still they started exploring the other parts of the Arctic Circle. Now after this was about 14 to 1200 to 1400. The first one, the next is 15 centuries, 15 to 17th century. Now coming to the 18th century. After 1850, the arrival of the Europeans and American whalers and fur traders brought many changes. Eskimos worked for the whalers and sold fur to the traders. The outsiders in turn provided a steady source of metal tools and rifles. Because of the new tools and weapons, the new demand for fur animals were hunted and killed in great numbers. In some areas, animals such as caribou and seals were hunted almost to extinct. So in 1950s, what happened? Already the Europeans, they had been came to the continent, and at the same time other America 19th century before that one. So they started finding out the children, and they started exploring this Eskimos, the polar regions. So what they did out, because the whales they used to hunt caribou, seals, or the water animals. So they started doing the trade with that. So at the same time when they were doing the trade, in return to this Eskimos, they were giving the metal objects, metal tools, the rifles. Rifles is the gun type which they used to shoot the animals. Likewise, metal objects, rifles, all the necessary things. So these Eskimos people, after hunting of the animals, they are doing the trade. Like if animals they have been hunted, in return they will be get money. They will not exchange. In return, metal objects, rifles in this way. And animals they will using animal skins, and sometimes the for polar bear fur. It was so soft and white, completely extinct. So it was so happened that it came to an extinct. Extinct means in a such a way that we need to find out where actually it is been existed or not. So much of extent they had been started hunting of this, killing of these animals, caribou, seals, polar bears, in a such a way because they want these people they want more of trade, and these Eskimos people they have been came in the contact with all these people. In return they have been getting to know about the outside world. They have been getting the things which they were not aware. So for that reason, both have been doing one and the other, like barter system we can say it. In barter system, in place of money, the things, the goods have been exchanged. So likewise, it became the hunting of the animals so highly it became that it was came to a term of extinction. Next, so at the same time, all this they were exploring. Now we will be getting to know how the diseases they have been, what I can say, what kind of different diseases that have been came into contact to these Eskimos people, because from the outside, the people they have been coming in contact with them, because till the meantime they were all in a group they were living, but as the people coming from the outside they doesn't belong to, so they were affected with the different kinds of diseases. These outsiders brought new diseases to which Eskimos has no immunity or natural resistance. Smallpox, tuberculosis, influenza, whooping cough, and pneumonia, mumps, scarlet fever, diphtheria were most dangerous of these diseases. After the late 1800s, large number of Europeans began to live here around the Arctic, and these diseases became very serious. So what happened as of now? What the most dangerous disease we have been facing around the world, but still it is the vaccination, the medicine still in the process. As we all know, COVID-19 which we have been facing. So likewise also, what we did restrictions. We did our imposing the people ban, not completely ban. We can say a type of restriction precautions, like not to travel to the other place, to the foreign places. The foreigners should not come to our like restrictions we have done. So here also some people from the outside they were coming. The Eskimos people they were started affecting with the different diseases. So what diseases they have been given? Smallpox, tuberculosis, influenza. These are common diseases which we are facing which we know, which we been facing in our country. Some of you have been gone with the smallpox, tuberculosis, diphtheria. So, but it became very serious to these Eskimos people because they don't have that much of immunity. Immunity means the body which they can't hold to stop these viruses, the bacteria to stop these kind of diseases, and at the same time but naturally they are not resistant to fight these new diseases. As we have been not naturally, or we do not have that much immunity to fight with this COVID-19 disease. So what we have been finding are new kind of immunity boosters, like drinks, immunity drinks, so with that we can fight with this COVID disease by using this any kind of juice mixtures and natural resistance. Eating this, it won't happen. So likewise, this way, because we were not naturally addicted, naturally can fight out this disease. So here also these European people were not really means, or they were not naturally to fight with these one. As American people, European people, they started living in the Eskimos one, but it became very serious for these Eskimos people to fight with these kind of diseases. So now the relationship, how it became, like the pattern of the relationship between the Eskimos and outsiders are described as who bus. This is important. How the relations with the Eskimos has been described. Boom and bust. Boom is very happy, increase, or bust is explore how it happened, means positive at the same time negative. Waves of outsiders have brought brief period of wealth, education and employment. This was followed by the period of poverty and disorganization. Peak periods have been of those of whaling from the year 1859 to 1910, then a fur trade from the year 1925 to 1950, and military and defense base building 1950s, and urban centers which they started making of the urban center cities 1960s, and the last is oil exploration and development 1970s. So these were the years where it has been a very peak period, means very period of where they have been getting the, what I can say, it became a very highly important place these period of time where the Eskimos came into contact with the outsider. So in this period of time they were very much developed, they got about the education, how to organize, because before that one they were existing of the poverty, no education, how to do all the organization, all they were not aware. So this from this period of time, from the year 1800, means from the 18th century, it is known as a period of high peak development. Peak means very high, it leads to development. In what sense? Trading of the whale, means hunting the animals, especially the whales. The next is fur trade. Fur means the animal skin which will be used for trading to make the clothes or decorative items, crafts, so this one. The next is minerals. Minerals means the oil resources what they will be going to exploit by digging on the natural resources. Then at the same time they will also made the defense and military bases in the foreign regions, those have been trying to attack. So in this way overall it started to have a good development and the situation has been changed from the 18th century. Each wave of activity has drawn the Eskimos into contact with different social and economic forces. The once isolated northern islands has been opened up by air travel, a highways, powerful modern ships and satellite communication. These changes have produced great strains on Eskimo, the way of life. So northern management, as I said, north parts of Europe from the 9th, 17th, 18th century, they were not getting to know about this. So slowly the northern islands also came to know and they have been finding out with this northern island they started using the traveling purpose for highways, for waterways, and at the same time they started having the satellite communication. With the help of the satellites they were trying to communicate to the people, not trying to communicate to the people, but they were trying to find out how this Eskimos people, the lifestyle still more. So in this way they have been came to the outsiders and they were having to have a like positive at the same time negative impact with the people of the outsiders. So I'm just giving out this in the subtopics how it has been happening in what way. Like contact between the very first I'm just giving here contact between 1200 to 1400 between which people? Icelanders and Eskimos, they came in contact. Then next 1576 to 1578. Then next this was a period of time of exploration means finding out the places, sea routes. Then next 1728. So what happened here means Russians arrived. Next year means from the year I am just mentioning of year 1859 to 1910. Then next in overall region I am just giving out from the year 1859 to 1970 all the peak period. Peak period of development. So overall here it is been from the 1879 the whaling, fur trading, oil exploration, military base, urban cities till 1970 it was been the peak period. This was being happened in the when they have been came into contact with the other kinds of the other places. So at the same time we can also go with the diseases which they were affected. So in this way they things which was being happening. I hope you have been get to know about this polar region. Go through your textbook, go through your textual reading, and at the same time go with your atlas to get to know more. And this lesson notes I will be just giving in the worksheet. So in the next tomorrow's class we will be going with the 5th lesson. Thank you.